Hi, this is my inspirational speech for public speaking class, and I am Becky Noble, and I am here with my brother and my mom and my husband Randy, and this is my speech. It is called One Woman's Story. I raise up my voice, not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot succeed when half of us are held back. This quote is so profound and has so many meanings. Surely someone who has lived a lifetime would be the only one qualified to utter such a statement. Well, it is someone who has lived a lifetime, but not in the way that you might think. It illustrates that speaking out for a cause that you believe in gives others who cannot a voice and ensures the fight for freedom of speech. Malala Yousafzai was 15 years old when she got off a school bus with several other classmates in her village in Pakistan and was shot in the head by Taliban terrorists. Her initial treatment was at a military hospital in Peshawar, but was subsequently flown to Great Britain, where a portion of her skull was removed to alleviate swelling of her brain. After multiple surgeries and a medically induced coma, Malala miraculously survived and continues to live in Great Britain. In 2014, she was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize and won. She became the youngest person to ever win this award. She also continues to speak out for the education of girls and women in the Middle East. She is also still a target of the Taliban. While we may not go through the life-threatening ordeal that Malala did, her story is truly an inspiration for those who have a cause, a passion they want to advocate for and speak out for. Millions of other women who have grown up under the oppressive thumb of cultures who view women as second-class citizens have many reasons for not wanting to speak up, to draw attention to themselves. Malala had the courage to speak out, and what might stand out about this is that she had the full support of her family, including her father, who was the founder of the school she attended. He is also an anti-Taliban activist. What makes someone who may risk their life for what they believe continue to speak out for their cause? It could be something as simple as believing that being silent is condoning whatever the condition that cause currently is. It is not wanting nor thinking that the status quo can continue, and so they fight for change no matter what the cost. Malala's quote encompasses so many things, not just the importance of education for women around the world, but also the importance of free speech. If we look at the atmosphere in the United States, freedom of speech is being threatened. Go to any American college campus, and if anyone is confronted with a viewpoint they do not agree with, they are instantly traumatized. If someone is invited to campus to speak that does have a differing point of view, rioting and violent protest immediately break out. You can almost draw a parallel to the actions of the Taliban towards Malala. They did not like her viewpoint, so they wanted to silence her. The comparison may sound a bit extreme, but isn't silencing our dissenters basically what we're talking about? Malala Yousafzai's story is truly an inspiration for girls and women around the world. Others like Malala are working for equality for women all over the globe. It should also be a lesson to those who live in countries where free speech is allowed, just how fragile that right is, and how quickly it can disappear. As Americans, the freedom to speak is in our DNA, and the fact that there are those who would have no problem shutting down those who disagree with them is a truly frightening prospect. Malala Yousafzai will go much farther in life, beyond the boundaries of the small village in Pakistan where she grew up. She will continue to fight for education for women and continue to speak out. She and her family may continue to be a target for the Taliban. It is a risk she is willing to take. How many of us have such a passion for something we believe in? Sadly today, not many. So many of us are willing to let others do the heavy lifting. But Malala's story shows us that even in the most horrific of circumstances, you can speak out and you can make your voice heard.
Very good.